Hi, I'm Mike Miller. Hope you're having a great day. Thanks so much for watching The Other Side. It's a show I've created to bring creative people from the North Texas area to the show to talk and tell about their lives. And I'm really glad to have these guys here today who are very active in the music scene, do a lot of different things. And so today we have Jake Steinberg. Appreciate you being here, man.
Hey, thanks for having me, Mike.
Aaron, how's it going?
Oh, it's going all right.
Jeremy, you doing all right?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
And Manuel, how's it going?
Good, thank you.
So how long have y'all been working together?
Well, the Reggae Today started about 4 years ago with Squigs, Aaron, myself, and one other member, Kirk Clements, bass player, and Morty 40 and the Malts. And we were inspired to carry on the positive message of reggae and Bob Marley in a kind of a world music environment. We've recently brought on other members, including Jeremy and Manuel, who have various endeavors in the drum circle and background in composition as well.
Yeah. You know, for me, like, I guess my first dose of reggae was when Eric Clapton released "I Shot the Sheriff." I mean,
Oh yeah, Bob Marley song for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, reggae kind of spreads a world message of liberation.
Really. Yeah.
Liberation of the underclass, liberation of racial inequality, and a communal message of togetherness and equality.
Yeah. And I know on KUZU, Peter has a show, and he features a lot of reggae, I think, from other areas, but it's big in the islands and then in New York area.
Yeah, reggae music is kind of the medium for a lot of Rastafarianism, cultural icons and idioms. It originated out of Harlem from, I believe it was a Reverend Marcus Garvey.
Really?
Who predicted that the second coming of Jesus Christ would set this criteria of a world unifier coming from a holy bloodline and spreading a message of world peace. And in the following years, Prince Rastafari, or as he changed his name to Haile Selassie, managed to unify his homeland of Ethiopia, happened to be the descendant of King Solomon, and won the Nobel Peace Prize in his efforts of unifying Ethiopia as well as spreading a message of world peace. So he was seen not only as a prophet, but actually a second coming to a lot of Harlem African Americans, and then that message carried its way down to the Caribbean islands, including Jamaica, where it has taken a significant political foothold.
Yeah.
And has an entire culture unto itself now. Haile Selassie didn't himself believe that he was a living deity and was actually bewildered by that characterization. When he went to Jamaica, he was actually met with a swarm of, a mob of people trying to, idolize him, and he really didn't understand that, being raised a diplomat and wanting to spread, a positive political message rather than one of a particular religion.
Yeah.
So that was a really interesting, bit of history to learn, and looking back on.
Is he still alive? Or?
No, in the early '90s, I believe, I think it was maybe '90. He was overthrown by a warlord and actually asked the United Nations for military support and was denied. And the warlords came and actually killed him on national television.
Oh, really?
But true Rastafarians believe that he still exists in the flesh to this day. You can actually look up a 60 Minutes documentary on the Rastafarians that was done by Dan Rather in the early 90s that covers a lot of that topic. It's really neat. Definitely check out 60 Minutes, The Rastafarians.
And you guys, though, you like the feel of it and just the...
Oh yeah, we like to play reggae because it's fun and it has that positive message.
Yeah.
A lot of those progressive political ideologies we carry on, but a lot of them we just kind of taken stride in our own lives and things like that. We're really blessed to be one of the only reggae bands in town, so we just have a good time with it.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Denton needs that for sure.
Yeah, it's a really positive world message. I hope that a lot of people get behind it. We were fortunate enough to do a Twilight Tunes on the Square just this last summer that went really well, so it was
fun.
really awesome to get that kind of support from the city. We really appreciate that from the Denton Main Street Association.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard y'all. That was a really good show that day.
Thanks.
Thank you.
It was.
It was windy. It was fun. It was very windy that day.
Oh, was it?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
we had to put socks on the microphones and things were
Oh.
blowing over.
Yeah.
It still went really well.
People still sat out there and watched.
Yeah, it was
Some people
kind of a
moved a
colder
little bit.
day.
Yeah, I know I did. I enjoyed it.
So it was fun. It was
Yeah,
perfect.
Sunday
really.
afternoon, yeah. Well, reggae is definitely, it's something that's influenced so many different musicians, I think. A lot of people have incorporated those rhythmic patterns into various kinds of pop music. And
That's right.
Definitely. Yeah, there's like with musically speaking, like reggae is on the upbeat, on guitar,
Yeah.
and that stems into other subgenres like ska, and ska into like punk music and stuff like that.
really, yeah.
So it's grown from one what does it start out as calypso? I think it started from calypso, and it evolved from there. And reggae is kind of a subgenre of that.
Various idioms in the Caribbean island, including calypso, and can you guys think of any others off the top of your head? Came together to form ska, and then at the time, twist music, as a
rock.
matter of fact, was popular in the United States.
Yeah.
And when popular twist music made its way to the Caribbean islands, they actually incorporated that upbeat onto twist music, and it kind of you know, went with ska, and then of course kind of you slow that down and you get reggae.
Yeah. I think it's going to become more and more widespread, really, that it's just, I don't know, it's something about all the things that are going on in the world today. That,
Oh, absolutely. Reggae is very popular all over the world. It has a very popular scene on the West Coast here in the United States as well as in Europe.
yeah.
The message of liberation of the underclass
Yeah.
seems to resonate almost everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
And in that sense, it seems like the influence of Rastafari is here to stay.
Yeah. It just seems like that's such a serious problem these days. So many people have so much money, and then so many people are just so broke, you can barely survive. And
Yeah,
it's just
that's a whole different subject.
Absolutely, and kind of
Yeah.
whether or not you want to get into the religious aspects of it, there are a few really good kings that you can look back on over the last 100 years, especially in our present times, and you can be proud to say, this was a person who ruled well. So taking those types of examples are important to us, and that's part of the message that we try and carry on in reggae today.
And that's amazing that guy was actually related to King Solomon, a descendant of King Solomon.
It is really interesting. The history behind kind of Ethiopia as a religious center, and then the Temple of Solomon in Jerusalem also have really interesting histories that would be too long to discuss right now.
Yeah, we're not scholars, I guess.
Bob Marley said, and part of the reason why we call it Reggae Today is kind of like a news segment for people to also take in, as opposed to purely entertainment. Bob Marley said that reggae should be the news for the people. If you can recall, the soapbox on the street corner being an avenue for people to communicate and spread information. This is very much along that same vein. Bob Marley structured his songs to be easy for people to play, a lot like Woody Guthrie, so that they could be accessible and reach more people.
Yeah.
Even poor people, that didn't have the technology to play music like
Fancy
we do today
equipment,
and things like that.
I've seen people even playing like buckets,
Absolutely. Absolutely. My uncle, a 50-year-old Lion Latin jazz percussionist in New York City, learned how to play on cardboard boxes in the Bronx.
Really, yeah. They have pretty good.
Do you want to do it?
Cardboard has a certain sound to it. Yeah, I think I've
I
done
mean,
that
it
too.
could
Well, it's all you
double it
have,
up.
you know,
Yeah.
and you got this in here, you know, that's
Yeah.
what drives you.
Yeah, or oatmeal boxes.
Oh yeah, anything you can find.
Yeah, those
Pots and
two
pans.
cylinders.
Pots and pans.
Mm-hmm.
So do you guys think the music scene in Denton, the Denton area, has changed much the last few years? Or?
Oh, definitely.
It's always
Oh,
changing.
certainly.
There's
Yeah.
still some core, and then
More and
there's-
more rapidly. I believe that there's kind of an exponential gentrification process taking place.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Businesses are proliferating at a greater and greater rate. Real estate's getting sold more and more quickly, and there's more and more money behind it now.
Yeah, big money, yeah. More big money, that's for sure. Well, I appreciate you guys being here very much, and want y'all to play some music for us.
Absolutely, we're looking
Yeah.
forward to it. Thank you so
Yeah.
much for having us.
Thank you
Yes,
very
thank
much.
you.
Mhm.
All
I
right.
appreciate it.
Great chatting with you.
Thank you.
Glad y'all came down and could find it through all the construction.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy out there.
It is. Okay, guys, so thanks so much for watching, and this is January 2018 with Reggae Today, and please check out their music and have a great day. Bye.
All right. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We are the Reggae Today. 1, 2, 3, 4. Man to man, so unjust, children. You don't know who you can trust. Your best friend could be your worst enemy, and your worst enemy be your best friend. Some will eat and drink with you. Then behind spread soup on you. Only your friends know your secrets. Only he could reveal it. Yes, who the cap fit. Let them wear it. Who the cap fits. Let them wear it. And I na throw me gone. They call no foul. Cluck, cluck, cluck. Singing cluck, cluck, cluck. Some will hate you and say that they love you. Then behind they try to eliminate you. Who jobless? No one could curse. Thank the Lord that we are past all the worst. Hypocrites and parasites will come up and take a bite. If your night turns to day, was Who the Cat Fit by Bob Marley. Let them wear it. All right, guys, what you feeling? Let's do some Tribal Seeds now called In Your Eyes. Are you ready to receive I loving? Are you ready to receive affection? It's been so long. I've been waiting to give this to you. It's been so long. I want you to know that it's true. Come around, don't hold me down. You're shooting me down. Come around, don't hold me down. You're shooting me down. In your eyes makes me hypnotize. In your smile takes me for a while. In your touch I couldn't ask for too much more. In your laughter leaves a sweet sensation after. Come around, don't hold me down. You're shooting me down. Come around, don't hold me down. You're shooting me down. Are you ready to receive I loving? Are you ready to receive affection? It's been so long. I've been waiting to give this to you. It's been so long. I want you to know that it's true. Come around, don't hold me down. You're shooting me down. Come around, don't hold me down. You're shooting me down. In your eyes makes me hypnotize. In your touch, no one could ask for too much more. And in your laughter leaves a sweet sensation after. Come around, don't hold me down. You're shooting me down. Come around, don't hold me down. You're shooting me down. All right, cool. Let's try another Bob Marley tune. This is gonna be Get Up, Stand Up. A preacher man, don't tell me heaven isn't on the earth. I know you don't know what life is really worth. 'Cause all that glitters ain't gold, and half of the story has never been told. Now you see the light, what you gonna do? Stand up for your rights. Get up, stand up. In the morning, stand up for you be, could you be, could you be love? Could you be love? Could you be, could you be, could you be love? Could you be love? Say something. Say something. Say something. Say something. Yo yo yo. Yo yo yo. Yo 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 yo. No, we won't give up the fight. No, we never give up the fight. Never give up the. No, we won't give up the. No, we never give up. No, we won't give up. The no, we never give up. We gonna get up, stand up, stand up for your rights. Get up, stand up. Don't give up the fight. Thank you so much. We're the Reggae Today. Thank you, Mike Miller and the other side. Stay tuned for more.
And they tell me, follow your dreams. And they say, do what you want.